Ancient Magicks. Give feedback. The Ancient Magicks Spellbook. Total level, 332. 33. 30 15 20. 10. 40 53. 11 50. 50 10. 10. 28. Ancients redirects here. For other uses, see Ancient. Ancient Magicks, also known as Ancients, are a series of magic spells unlocked upon completion of the quest Desert Treasure I. Unlike the Lunar Spellbook, which primarily focuses on utility spells, and both the Standard Spellbook and the Arceus Spellbook, which feature a mixture of combat and utility spells, the Ancient Magicks is significantly combat-oriented, including some of the most powerful combat spells in the game. Having far fewer spells than the other spellbooks, the Ancient Magicks only contains 16 combat spells and 9 teleports. Ancient Magicks spells require multiples of expensive runes such as Death and Blood runes. Owing to their power, a minimum of 50 magic is needed to even access the spellbook. Ancient magic spells are popular in player versus player activities. Contents: Hide. Background. Skill and quest requirements. Switching spellbooks. Reaching the pyramid. Spell summary. Autocasting. Combat spells. Teleportation spells. Trivia. The Ancient Magicks are a long-forgotten and destructive set of spells. In the Second Age, they were very commonly used, mostly by the followers of Zaraoz, who ruled a very large empire at that time. The destructive and powerful spells of the Ancient Magicks proved to be useful during the wars in the era. The spellbook also contained various teleport spells, which made it easier for the Zaraozians to travel across their empire, which stretched from the northern wilderness to northern Misthaline and northwestern Mauritania. Unfortunately, knowledge of runecraft was lost before the Second Age, and the remaining supplies Gothics provided humans in the First Age slowly disappeared through the use of magic. Back then, many wizards held battles with the few remaining runes as a prize. After Zarao's banishment following the betrayal of Zaraoz, Zamorak and other gods like Saradomin destroyed the empire. The destruction of the empire and the slow disappearance of runes caused the Ancient Magicks to become a rarely used form of magic. During this time, only the Majorat used Ancient Magicks, mostly because they didn't need runes to use magic. The God Wars held after Zarao's banishment saw the slow fade of the Ancient Magicks from common knowledge. Many of the remaining followers of Zaraoz, who comprised the majority of spellcasters, were killed or imprisoned. The powerful spells caused much destruction during the enormous battles, although the number of people who knew about the spells was extremely limited. Long after the end of the God Wars, at the beginning of the Fifth Age, the art of runecraft was rediscovered, giving humans a new supply of runes. New spells were invented by modern wizards of the Wizard's Tower, driving the Ancient Magicks even further into obscurity. Today, Ancient Magicks are used almost exclusively by the Majorat, who have been driven close to extinction in Guyana. A handful of people, such as Solus Delaga, still possess the knowledge of Ancient Magicks. But furthermore, most mags of Guyana choose to practice the modern magic created at the Wizard's Tower. Players will learn about the Ancient Magicks during the Desert Treasure I quest, where they release the imprisoned Zaraozian Majorat as an Adra. Because unlocking the Ancient Magicks spellbook requires completion of the Desert Treasure I quest, the following quests are also required. The Dig Site. The Tourist Trap, Temple of Ikoth, Priest in Peril, Troll Stronghold, Waterfall Quest, Druidic Ritual. The prerequisite quest skill requirements, combined with the experience rewarded from these quests, means that the minimum skills required to obtain Ancient Magicks can be seen in the table to the right. Background, edit source. Skill and quest requirements, edit source. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Once Desert Treasure Eye is completed, the easiest way to switch spellbooks for normal accounts is to use another player's POH. To find a house to use the house advertisement next to a POH portal in one of the designated house party worlds, notably the one in Remington on World 330, and select a house which is advertising its possession of altars. Keep in mind that this method will not work for Iron Man mode. Players can switch to Ancient Magicks at the altar inside the ancient pyramid in the Caridian Desert, southwest of Polnivnich and north of Menafos. There is a rear entrance, tunnel, to the south of the pyramid that allows players who have completed Desert Treasure Eye to enter the throne room directly, where the altar resides, without having to navigate the 4 floors of the pyramid. At the altar, players can pray to switch to or from the Ancient Magicks spellbook, though this drains all prayer points to 0, players can still switch spellbooks even with 0 prayer points. Those who simply wish to switch from Ancient Magicks to the regular spellbook may find it easier to pray twice at the Astral Altar on Luna Isle, provided Luna Diplomacy has been completed. Players who have level 80 in construction can build an ancient altar within their achievement gallery, allowing them to freely switch between the standard and ancient spellbooks without the prayer drain. Those with 90 construction may also use the occult altar if they build one of the other 2 spellbook altars. Additionally, players who have level 99 in magic can switch their spellbook up to 5 times per day with the magic cape. Various methods of teleportation exist for reaching the ancient pyramid. The Pharaoh's Scepter, obtained from pyramid plunder, teleports players directly on top of the pyramid by selecting Jaldrout. A Amulet provides a teleport to Enakra's temple, which is just west of the ancient pyramid. Ferromancer Thwood can transport a player to the ruins of Unka, which is just south of the ancient pyramid. Polnivnich is a short distance east of the pyramid and it is accessible via the Magic Carpet network, from either Shantae Pass or Sophanem, after Ixthlarins. Little Helper, or teleport to house for players who have their houses located in Polnivnich. Fairy Ring code DLQ and run south to Nada and run west till the bridge and cross it and you would see the ancient pyramid. Unlike the standard spells, Ancient Magicks combat spells can only be autocast with particular magic weapons. The weapons are Staff, Ancient Staff, Ancient Scepter, Blood Ancient Scepter, Ice Ancient Scepter, Shadow Ancient Scepter, Smoke Ancient Scepter, Arim's Staff, N1, Master Wand, Kodai Wand, Nightmare Staff, Eldritch Nightmare Staff, Volatile Nightmare Staff, Tamaron's Scepter, A. Accursed Scepter, A. Blue Moon Spear. 1 carat with Arim the Blighted's equipment and the Amulet of the Damned. The Ancient Magicks combat spells are, as mentioned, the most dangerous combat spells in the game. Not only can they deal a substantial amount of damage, but each of the 4 classes of combat spells has a different additional effect. The smoke spells are the only group of spells that can inflict poison damage to other players and NPCs. The shadow spells can be used to lower the target's attack level. Switching spellbooks, edit source. Reaching the pyramid, edit source. Spell summary, edit source. Autocasting, edit source. Combat spells, edit source. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. A player casts Ice Barrage on several foes. Shadow spells can also disorient the Abyssal Sire during its first phase and the Leviathan. The blood spells will heal the caster 25% of the damage dealt. The ice spells freeze the target in place and prevent it from moving. The specific duration / effectiveness of each of the standard effects, aside from the blood spells, which always heal a flat 25%, depends on the level of the spell cast. For example, Smoke Burst will deal more poison damage than Smoke Rush. Burst and Barrage spells are a 3x3 AoE around the targeted monster, with the latter being a stronger AoE attack. Likewise, Rush and Blitz are single target spells, with the latter being stronger. Some monsters are large, meaning that they take up more than one square of space. When a Burst or Barrage spell is cast on one of these monsters, it will hit the monster plus any surrounding monsters with any square of space standing within a 3x3 zone of the targeted monster's southwesternmost corner square, which is treated as its origin square. Ancient Magicks is generally used for power training magic, as very high rates can be acquired with burst or barrage spells, the latter being much more expensive, with relatively low attention in multi-combat areas with plenty of monsters, such maniacal monkeys or smoke devils. It is also popular in player-killing activities, particularly ice spells past level 30 plus wilderness where teleports cannot be used. Virtue's robes grant a 5% damage bonus per piece when using Ancient Magicks combat spells, for a total of 15% with the full set, making the set ideal when bursting or barraging monsters. Ancient Magicks are not allowed in Barbarian Assault. In the wilderness, blighted ancient ice sacks can be used in place of conventional runes for the purpose of casting ice spells, which saves 2 inventory spaces. Icon. Mobile. Icon. Spell level runes coins, 1, XP. Base. Max. Hit, 2. Boosted. Max hit. Slayer. Max hit. Effect. Smoke. Rush. 51 1 2 2 6 3 8 3 0 1 3 18 20 poisons target starting at 2 damage. Shadow. Rush. 52 1 2 2 1 8 4 0 3 1 1 4 20 21. Reduces target's attack level by 10%. Blood. Rush. 56 1 2 2 8 8 5 3 3 1 5 21 24. Heals the caster for 25% of the damage inflicted on the target. Ice Rush 58 2 2 2 6 3 8 3 4 1 6 22 25 freezes the target for 4.8 seconds. Smoke. Burst. 62 2 2 4 2 8 5 8 3 6 1 7 24 26. Hits a 3x3 area around a target. Poisons targets starting at 2 damage. Shadow. Burst. 64 1 4 2 2 1254 37 18 25 28. Hits a 3x3 area around a target. Reduces target's attack levels by 10% each. Blood. Burst. 68-242 1352 39-21 30-33. Hits a 3x3 area around a target. Heals the caster for 25% of the damage inflicted on the targets. Ice Burst 74-42858 40-22 31-35. Hits a 3x3 area around a target. Freezes targets for 9.6 seconds. Smoke. Blitz. 74-222-2944 42-23 32-36. Poisons target starting at 4 damage. Shadow. Blitz. 76-222-2 1348 43 24 34 37. Reduces target's attack level by 15%. Blood. Blitz. 84-1438 45 25 35 40. Heals the caster for 25% of the damage inflicted on the target. Ice Blitz 82-322-940 46 26 37 41. Freezes target for 14.4 seconds. Smoke. Barrage. 86-4424 1378 48 27 38 43. Hits a 3x3 area around a target. Poisons targets starting at 4 damage. Shadow. Barrage. 88-424 1980 49 28 40 44. Hits a 3x3 area around a target. Reduces target's attack levels by 15%. Blood. Barrage. 92-441 2062 51 29 41 46. Hits a 3x3 area around a target. Heals the caster for 25% of the damage inflicted on the targets. Ice. Barrage. 94-624 1370 52 30 42 48. Hits a 3x3 area around a target. Freezes targets for 19.2 seconds. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. A player teleporting with Ancient Magicks. 1 carat price will vary when using combination runes. 2 carat max hit may be increased by using equipment which increases magic damage. Teleport spells from the Ancient Magicks teleport players to former strongholds and settlements of the Zoroastrian Empire, some of which are located in the wilderness. Icon. Mobile. Icon. Spell level runes XP notes. Egevel. Home teleport. 0 none 0. Teleports the player to Egevel, near the well. Using this spell takes around 10 seconds to cast, gives no experience, and is interruptible by combat. Players can only cast this spell once every 30 minutes. Paduwa. Teleport. 54-11264. Teleports the player inside the entrance of Egevel. Dungeon. Sentison. Teleport. 62-170. Teleports the player to the dig site, between the south gate and the exam center. Kirill. Teleport. 66-1276. Teleports the player to Canifis, inside the hair of the dog. Tavern. Lhasa. Teleport. 72-4282. Teleports the player to the top of Ice Mountain, towards the south side of the snowy area. Dayak. Teleport. 78-23288 teleports the player to the western ruins in the wilderness. Karalanga. Teleport. 84-2294. Teleports the player to the graveyard of shadows in the wilderness. Teleport to target. 85-11145. Teleports the player to their assigned target inside Damon's crater. Can only be cast on bounty hunter worlds. Anarchal. Teleport. 92-100. Teleports the player to the demonic ruins in the wilderness. Garok. Teleport. 96-106. Teleports the player to the frozen waste plateau in the wilderness. Mind, Earth, Astral, Cosmic, Nature, Wrath, and Body runes are not used in the Ancient Magicks spellbook. If your membership expires while the Ancient Magicks spellbook is activated, then it will return to the standard spellbook, even if you reactivate your membership. Despite being a members-only spellbook, the Egevil Home Teleport is available in any free-to-play world, as long as your membership is still active. Categories: Spells. Ancient Magicks Members Spellbooks. Teleportation Spells. Edit Source. Trivia. Edit Source. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF.